Alright, what is up guys? I'm Shai, also known as Ishaya. This is going to be my little intro video for Shai's Chai. That's probably, I don't know exactly how you want to pronounce it, but I'll pronounce it how I want to pronounce it. I'm just kidding. Shai's Chai girl. I'm Shai or Ishaya. I want to quickly show you one thing. I'll show you my pets quickly, then I'll actually go into my intro. These are my birds. This is their cage. I actually gotta clean it. That's my cat down there, being a brat as usual, standing by the TV. And as you can see, it's very early here. It's actually 12:03 a.m. But I'm a night owl, and also have insomnia, which I'll go into. First let me introduce myself, who I am. How do I know Mary? You're probably like, who? Okay, so I'm gonna get into a little of that. Then I'm gonna get into a little of the mental illness aspect of mine I have, I guess you can say, and then some other things about me, how to identify, why, and just some education on that and whatnot, because there's some misconceptions. But I'm not going to go in like total detail. I'll also give you a little bit about some things I like to do, some things I'm interested, so you know. But I thought I should introduce myself because I know you guys are going to see me on here a decent amount. So I'm Shai, or Ishaya. I am 22, going to be soon enough 23. I'm from New York. Something that will go into a component of some things I talk about. I still live with my parents. I'm working on to becoming an auxiliary police officer, NYPD police officer, and eventually become a regular police officer. I'm also working on going back to school for welding, and one day I want to go back to school for vet tech. Now you're probably asking, why get so many degrees? I'll eventually get into that someday. But right now I get to keep you guys in the gray area, so you don't really know why I'm doing all this, but that's so you know what I'm going to be doing with my time. I spend a lot of my time right now with my nephews, and with my family. They mean a lot to me, and just being artsy at home, playing sports, stuff like that. I love playing sports. So yeah, that's just a little bit about me. Some more of my interests: I love music. I'm huge love music. I rap, I beatbox, I sing. I play the guitar bass, because there's two kinds of basses. I play the guitar, acoustic and electric. I also play the drums. So one day I'll be getting all the above, also electric and acoustic drums. One day, and also get a better laptop to record music on and all that, and just do that. Another thing I'm going to eventually be doing is I love photography, so you know about that about me. So one day I'm planning to do like freelance work, as a side kind of thing, and basically sell my photography to people, and whatever money I get from it, put it towards local charities, or charities in general. A lot of them would be more LGBT related, but you get the gist. And I think it would be a nice way of giving back. And I don't want to, like, for me, that's something I want to do, and that's part of the reason why I want to become a police officer, is to give back to the community. So the other aspects of me, so Mary was mentioning, how do I know Mary? So let me first tell you that. We've been friends for a while. We've gotten to know each other very well. So yeah, we're very good friends. Very, very good friends. I've done so many intro videos, so you guys know I've been on so many collabs, so I make intro videos like non-stop, and then I have a few channels, and I end up shutting down one of my channels, so I'm just so used to making intro videos, so no. I also do not edit my videos, but if my videos are edited, blame Mary for that. So my mental illnesses that a lot of people could probably relate to, I have OCD, I have anxiety, I have insomnia, as mentioned. I have PTSD, which is post-traumatic, post-traumatic traumatic stress disorder. I have learning disabilities. I have a panic disorder. Trying to think what else of that component. Anxiety. I have other, like, there's one other thing that I have that's not a mental illness, but I'm still going to talk about, because there's it affects a lot more people than people know. I actually have hypo, which means low, hypothyroidism, so I have to actually take medication for that, which really sucks, but it is what it is. It's more genetic based than anything else, but I could get into that once I talk about more so just my mental illnesses and stuff like that. I have learning disabilities, and I'll tell you what learning disabilities I have, and I think I'm leaving something out. I really feel like, oh, I also have ADD. I really do feel, and I also have OCD. Like I said, I'm not going to go in really detail about these because it's kind of like, I want to make a separate video about that, but, my learning disabilities are both, I mean, there's more that I think that I just don't know, but these are the ones of what I know, is dyslexia and dysgraphia. And probably 99.9% or 100% of you guys that watch this video is like, what the hell is dysgraphia? Well, it is a Latin word. Just think of the word graph. It's like a picture. It's a drawing. Dysgraphia is basically what dyslexia is, but with writing. I got that because I got diagnosed with that because I have a medically induced tremor, an intention tremor, and what an intention tremor basically is, at least for me, what my intention tremor is basically before I touch anything, my hand shakes a little bit, and that literally means anything. It's gone to the point of where you only can see it if you know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for, then you won't be seeing it. I used to have full body tremors, but it got cut down a lot. So, I've gotten a lot more healthier as the years have come, and I'm definitely very thankful for that. I also am FTM technically, and I say technically because I don't really identify as FTM. The only reason why I identify as FTM is because in order to get the medical needs I need, and also society with how I identify does not really accept how I identify. They're like, you can't be this because you weren't born that way. I consider myself intersex and genderless. The reason why I say the intersex part is what I'm talking about, and they're like, if you're not born intersex, then you can't be considered intersex. But yet, so many people don't even know that so many trans guys and trans women are actually considered intersex. If you look at their genetic makeup, they're considered intersex. Most people think that intersex is an actual physicality, like you can't be considered intersex if you have it in your, like if your genes are different, but you actually can. But what most people think of as intersex is born with part male parts and part female parts, physically. And the reason why I consider myself intersex opposed to transgender is because I mean, yes, there are transgender guys that consider themselves this way, but I feel like if I'm going to label myself as something, I better damn as well get it right. And I'll eventually get into what my sexual identity is. So you know I don't like using labels. I only use them because society needs labels for a lot of things. But getting into intersex, the reason why I consider myself intersex and not transgender, even though there are trans guys with the way I am, I feel I was meant to be born with pretty much everything masculine, but like the downstairs area, like I would even consider myself having potentially man boobs, but not to the extent of what I have of my boobs. And then down there, I feel like I was meant to be born with basically what I have right now, which is a bigger clitoris and a vagina. So for me, that's how I feel I was meant to be born, and I feel like I was meant to be born with a uterus and a ovaries and all that lovely stuff. So that's why I consider myself intersex, so you guys know. I'm just gonna actually quickly see how long I've been, because I get OCD with how long I make my videos. 9 minutes. 9 minutes, not that bad, but it's a decently long intro video. So there's that. I'm gonna get into very shortly about how I identify sexuality-wise. I identify as one or the other, and like, I'll actually read you guys a quote. I'll get it up for you, of something that pretty much explains how I feel. I identify as asexual panromantic. So many people think that you can't have any sexual aspects to it, like physicality is sexual, but there can be. But I'm gonna get more into that in another day, and it's just like, oh. And I get really frustrated because so many people are like, what's asexual panromantic? And usually I don't tell people I'm asexual panromantic, I just tell people I'm asexual, and I feel like I'm kind of like putting my community down in some ways, but it's just, for me, I feel it's easier to explain the pansexual aspect. You know, I simply put it as you are attracted to people for who they are, not what they are. Like, you're not attracted to the physicality, you're attracted to their personality. Um, and with being asexual panromantic, it kind of makes it a little more confusing to a lot of people, which is why I don't really like going into that and why I say I'm pansexual, which I hope people understand that. I will get that quote in 1 second. I just have so many albums on here. I get fidgety, I'll warn you guys, but I'll find it, don't worry. There we go. Alright. It says, I came out of, and this is actually very true to the core to me, so you guys know. Before I read this, because this is going to be the last thing, please feel free to ask me anything you want, any topics you want me to specifically talk about. I'm more than willing. But just so you know, this is actually very true to the core to me, and I really feel this, I guess you could say, saying. I came out of the closet as bisexual. In reality, I identify as asexual panromantic, but I don't want to have to explain myself to everyone. Bisexuality is just easier to understand when you're not educated about all the complexities of sexuality, and just easier to explain in general. I feel like I'm deceiving everyone, and I don't feel like I can be a part of the asexual community while I'm wearing this mask. I wish it could just be easier to explain. And that is truthfully how I feel. So I'm going to send this off saying please subscribe, because it's going to be an awesome channel. It's not like a specific like collab channel, but it's kind of in some ways going to be collab-ish. Mary is awesome, I'm awesome.